Alexander Usyk stops Daniel Dubois. Easy as day as well, man. Obviously, man wanted Dubois to win, but I said to the man them in the group chats beforehand, yeah, I was saying, everyone's asking like, who's gonna win and this and who thinks what, and I said Usyk's gonna beat him easy. And man were like, no way, bro. Dubois improved way more. He beat Joshua and this and that. And I'm saying, listen, Dubois is going to try and fight differently this fight. So he's going to have to fight and come all out guns blazing because he can't try and box him. And that suits Usyk perfectly. And not only that, when Dubois has been winning his last few fights, he hasn't been fighting masterful boxers. So he's beating Joshua, who's obviously a brilliant fighter, but he's not known as a masterful boxer and stuff like that. Usyk's just beaten Fury twice. That's one of the best boxers you're going to get, especially of this generation, potentially of all time. So he's definitely going to be able, he's still in boxing mode, Usyk. So when you're fighting Dubois now, that's, you're without being disrespectful, you're taking a step down, maybe 2 steps down, because when Usyk fought Fury, both of those fights were close. Like, could have been either way, both of them. So, like, he won both of them, obviously. But now Usyk's beaten Fury twice, he's beaten Dubois twice, and he's beaten Joshua twice. He's cleaned up the whole heavyweight division. He's cleaned up. The only person that I think that can probably give him problems, and even then it's just a long shot, like you don't even know if it's the truth, is Moses Atama. And even then you're like, we don't even know. We're just looking at a guy that just looks like he's the truth, but we don't even know if Moses Atama can give Usyk problems or not. We just think you look like you could do a job, because I don't think Dylan White is going to be able to trouble Usyk. Chisora is rough and tough, but he's not going to be able to trouble Usyk. So I don't think there's many people that can trouble Usyk right now. So he's just proved this point easy as day. And I told them, I said, listen, when Dubois tries to fight him, he's going to try and fight him differently than he did the first fight. And he hasn't got the stamina for that, because to fight Usyk and come out all guns blazing, you need crazy stamina. I don't think Dubois got the stamina for that. He doesn't have, he's got a good chin, but he doesn't have a chin like that to take consistent hits, because we've seen him get stopped once or twice anyway and go down a few times. So he hasn't really got the chin to kind of maintain that pace and that pressure. He doesn't quite have the highest level of boxing skills, like he's not a, you know what I mean? He's not a Lennox Lewis, where he's a high level IQ as well. So he can't outbox Usyk. He can't last longer than Usyk, like in terms of stamina. The only way he can beat Usyk if he knocks him out. And for him to be able to knock out Usyk, he has to go all guns blazing. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't punch hard enough to kind of, like, he punches hard, obviously. He's a big heavyweight, but he doesn't punch. He's not like Mike Tyson power, where he can one punch, boom, and then all of a sudden Usyk's all over the place. Usyk doesn't really get rocked like that. The only person that really hurt him, obviously Joshua hurt him once or a little bit, but is Fury. And Fury is a serious boxer, and he's a big guy, so he knows how to box and move. So he's hurting you when you're not expecting it. Dubois doesn't quite have Fury's IQ, so I knew that it was going to be an easier fight. And it turned out to be even easier than I realized. I told the man, I said to him, he's gonna beat him easier, bro. He's gonna beat him easier. They were like, no, bro, he's improved way more. I said, bro, like, he's improved, but to what amount, to what level? He has to, all these improvements you're not gonna see in this fight, because he hasn't been fighting these guys. You can't train to fight a Usyk. There's no fighters in the world that fight like him. It's like trying to train to fight a Shakur Stevenson. It ain't gonna work. You have to just fight them in the ring. So the only way Dubois is gonna beat him is if he went in there, roughed him up, and Dubois ain't got the stamina for that. So big up to Dubois, man, because he tried and he came out with a different tactic, and it was an exciting fight, man. He wasn't boring. He came out, gave it his all, but Usyk just picked him apart. And I knew from the very first round, as soon as because the first 5 seconds he just jabbed him, boom. I thought, yeah, he's jabbing him already. It's a long day. It's a long day. I knew that, man. And for Usyk to stop you, because Usyk's not really a power puncher, so if Usyk stops you, that means it's more of an accumulation of punches. Took too many punches in the first 2-3 rounds. Well, after about the 3rd round, he was gassed. He walked back to his corner and was like, and when a man gets knocked down, because I didn't think the knockdown was even that much of a mad punch. I just think he just caught him a couple of times and Dubois went down. But then Dubois was looking at his corner. Once you start doing all that, it's kind of over, you know what I'm saying? It's a shame because I wanted Dubois to win, obviously. London boy, you know what I mean? That come reggae and all that. So he comes out to reggae and his family's from down these ways and all of that type of stuff. So from London and that. So I wanted him to win, obviously, but I just didn't. I never felt like he was gonna win. Like all the antics beforehand when both teams were going back and forth and stuff. I just thought like that's all well and good, but he still needs to go in the ring and beat this guy. And Usyk, all these championship wins and stuff like that, always in other countries. He doesn't fight at home, so he's not fazed by the crowd and all that. He beats everyone away from home. The only people that can beat him, I think, maybe Moses Itoma, but only one is probably the one that can give him most trouble is someone that's lower weight than him, like a Beterbiev or potential Bivol, or one of those guys. Because Usyk's he's a heavyweight, but he's a natural cruiserweight. So it can only be one of them, like Beterbiev or Bivol, one of them type of guys that's a bit more on what he's on. All these other guys, I think Fury can beat him because I actually think Fury won one of the fights. So I think Fury can beat him, but that's the only guy, man. Apart from that, Usyk's proved his point. He's once in a generation fighter. He's only had 23, 24 fights in the pro game. Obviously, he's had loads of amateur fights, but in the pro game, he's come in, clean up the cruiserweight division when he beat Bellew and all those guys. Clean up the cruiserweight, come and clean up the heavyweight. Beat Joshua twice. Beat Joshua twice. Beat Fury twice, and beat Dubois twice. So I don't think there's anyone that can really trouble him. I think he's just proved his point and he's clearing away the best heavyweight in the world by a mile now. So I think that's really it for him. He can retire now and say, I've beaten everyone. I think he will probably fight Fury one more time though. I think he'll fight Fury because I think that fight, that trilogy, that kind of needs to be settled. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like that's the only fight for him. And I think he will end up fighting Fury again. And you never know, man. Fury, you can't count Fury out, man. Fury is a great as well. And like I said, I think Fury won one of those fights anyway, so. Yeah, man, congratulations to Usyk. Condolences to Dubois, but he'll live to fight another day, man. He's made loads of money. He's one of the best fighters in the world. He'll do his thing, man. You know what I mean? He's there. He's good to go, man. So, but yeah, big up to both fighters, man. Big up to both fighters, and yeah, that's my thoughts on it.